When God starts to bless you, do not become too comfortable. Don't stop praying. You may be asking, oh, okay, then how do I not become too comfortable? Because now I have received the blessing. That is when the devil starts tricking you. Most of people, they tend to do is like when they receive the blessing, they become relaxed. They no longer pray, or they pray less, or they don't even pray at all. And that is one big mistake. That is how the devil really wants you after you receive your blessing. That is what the devil wants you to do, to stop praying, or to pray less, or to not do nothing at all. Because you have to remember, why would you stop doing the thing that helped you gain that blessing? Because you have to remember that blessing still needs a protection, and that protection is the presence of God. Because when you stop doing the things that got you that blessing, you stop praying, the presence of God is no longer there. So what will happen? The devil will turn that blessing to more like a burden, more like a curse. You no longer will start seeing it as a blessing. You no longer start seeing that happiness, that joy will no longer be there. You won't be able even to multiply it, because the whole idea of receiving blessing is to spread more good news and to multiply it in our life. But what tends to happen with majority of people, they stop doing the things that got them blessing. They will stop praying. So now the prayer time, it becomes so heavy. They always make an excuse within their heart, within their mind, saying, oh no, I have to wake up early in the morning, I have to go work, I have to do this. And so the same blessing, they now turn it to excuse in order to not to pray, in order to not do what they're supposed to do. Remember, like I said before, that blessing, it came from God. So you need to remain in the presence of God. The presence of God needs to be there in order to protect it. Because we see this most of the time in the Bible. Whenever a man or a woman of God remove themselves from the presence of God, what happened to them? Their life became miserable. They started struggling. The problems started to they become weak, because they have removed themselves in the presence of God. And also we see that what happened most of the time when we see men and women of God in the Bible, when they take a decision in their own matter, they always end up making a bad decision, and things, they don't go according to plan. They create issue on the top of another issue. So you have to make sure that the blessing that God has been given you, or the blessing God has given you, if you have been you became so comfortable that you stop praying, you feel like praying now is not necessary, is a burden, you need to go back in the presence of God. You need to go back to the prayers that you used to do that got you that blessing. You need to start doing the things you used to do that got you that blessing. If you used to wake up at nighttime, wake up at nighttime and pray. If you used to walk, go to the mountain, pray. If you used to pray a lot of hours, to go back to that, because now your blessing, it looks like a burden to you. You are no longer happy. You feel sad. You're asking God, why have I received this blessing, but it's not bringing me any joy? I'm always tired. I'm always fighting for one thing to another. Even though you gave me the blessing, it's because you stopped feeding it the spiritual thing. That blessing needs to be fed with the spiritual thing. The word of God says that those who worship him have to worship in truth and in spirit. God is spirit. So you have to go back in your spiritual secret place, in your spiritual room, and start praying. Start going back to the way you used to pray. You used to be in the fire before you received that blessing. But now you have abandoned that presence of God because you received that blessing. So go back and see where can you fix from that blessing. God is waiting for you. Don't allow your blessing to stop you or remove you from the presence of God. If you want to help with your prayer life, you can go ahead, download my intention prayer guide to help you through this process. I have put in detail there how to be intentional with your prayer. Bring back that fire you used to have from God before you receive that blessing. My dear sister and brothers, may God bless you. Don't forget, Keep praying. Don't allow the blessing to become a burden. Keep praying. The same thing that got you that blessing, keep doing it. And God is